Oh, the music is in the background. I never listen to the music. I listen to the sounds of the cars and the natural vibrations. It's so insane to have to think like me. Because I'm not really allowed to listen to music because then I pick up that vibration and then I go down that street, that spirit element street of that vibration of whatever it enhances in this world. And whoever's listening to it, it bounces off because we're all big bubbles. One bubble to the next bubble bounces off the next bubble, and we end up getting extra space. You see the space going by over here? If we didn't have that space, we'd be walking into brick walls. How can we break up the bubbles from the air we breathe, the gills of our lungs? Oh my God, is it all about 9? Let me tell you one thing, what I think. I'm going to just think, and here's the way it goes. If you use one digit and put number 9 and you divide it by 9, you get 1. If you put 2 digits and they add up to 9, you can divide 9 into it, always with no decimal points. When you take 3 numbers that add up to 9, 9 divides. Let's try one that ends with a 2, where 9 shouldn't be, really and truthfully. My cat smells something on me, and she's coming here. What? So anyways, so now we'll take 3. Let's take 3. Let's take 432 divided by 9. 432 divided by 9. Camera? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay. 432 divided by 9 equals 48. 48 on a Monopoly board, on square paper. On square paper. From corner to corner, Monopoly. It's 13 from the position you stand. 2 in each corner is 4, and 9 across is 13. 8 by 4 is 32. 8 and 4 is 12. 44 squares she covers of space. 40 goes in the front. 48 goes in the back. All the way around Monopoly. 44, pH and X, pharmaceuticals. Man somehow squeezes just to the inside square of the dot that will make 44 around. 11, 11, 11, 11. Or triangular, 11, 11, 11, equaling 1331 times 11 equals 14614. Is that it? Now this 9 that we got from 48 is the 9 of who we are. But we can never play 9, because 9 and 1 that makes 10s, it means we're complementary, and we get part of 9 in 1, the spirit. That's why we cut things in half. That's why the square became the octagon. Hear the music in the background. It feels good. So you divide everything up by 9. So it becomes 48. Now, where are we next? 8 and 6 is 14. Excuse me. 8 and 4 is 12. The 12 ball, 1 and 2 is 3, and the 4 ball, which is the distance of 8. When you play pool. We have Earth, and we have Mars, green and red. Don't you hear that every so often? He looks a little green, he's more red in the face. What are the combination? But that's Earth and Mars. Now, divide 9 by 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 19, 28, 33. 3 and 3 and 3. That will divide by 9 because this adds up to 9. So we divide it by 9 and it equals to 73, 217. Oh my God, that's the number of the coming of Nibiru. I know it because of the golden pix, which is the club and diamond. Now we're going to do it again by 9. We're going to go 1, 2, just any stupid 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 numbers. We have to choose one more. but it has to total at the end 9, 13, and 6, 19, 29, 30, 31, 36, and 9 is 45. This equals 9, so we'll divide it by 9, and it equals, oh my God, 105 counts right to the cross. This is the cross on your back of I am. 8 is the eternal time of life of 6-2. The Queen, oh my God, this is retarded. Retarded. I can't explain what the numbers mean, but something's moving really quick. Now the question is it moving quick because it's moving into my category? Is it moving quick for me because I started before most of these people here? Or am I saying it now and it's moving quick for you? What good is my word? 105, wow, that's incredible. And at the end, you know it's going to equal 9, right? 8 and 9 is 17, 20, 28, and 5 is 33. And 1 is 34, 6, 14, 17, and 9. 26, 32, 34, equals 7, equals to Mars and Earth. Oh, there's definitely something coming. Anyways, this video is over. What I'm going to tell you right now, something about this, my friends. We're not looking right outside. We should not be outside without wearing some kind of other color on our eyes. We're being blinded by wearing nothing most of the time. And it's even worse in the winter time when you get the reflection. We must, something to do with these, but make sure they're what you like. You don't want to completely knock out all the sky. You want to sort of just break it up. You know what I'm saying? Refined. Because something about yellow snow, and they talked about it. They called yellow number 1. Number 1 is the light of God. It's the Spirit of God. It's not the earth. It's not the water. It's Him Himself. He's the light, the energy that penetrates. The bubbles of air that penetrate, that make the movement. Come into light. We have to understand the light, how the light works. Is it a piece of the gravity that works? Well, when we went in space, it's not there. Well, then maybe it will come in through the electric of the machines inside the space. Anyways, there's a few things I did do. There's some that I didn't do. 4, 1, 4. 4, 1, 1, 4. 4, 1, 4. 1 by 4 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. Total 9. 1 and 4 is 4. 1 and 4 is 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 and 9. Jupiter. This says the heart of everything flies in Jupiter. Now we can't fly in Jupiter, obviously. We can't be in the path of Jupiter. We have to be one in front or one behind. Or 2 separate systems that run beside each other. One system that doesn't even have Earth in it, and the other system that doesn't actually have Mars. It's just they're 2 systems that running side by side, that they're always with each other. Mars and Earth, Earth and Mars. Yellow, red, electronic, angel, life, green. Green, 4. Mars, 3. Red, Earth. Unless you're into horses, now it's all different how it works. How is the spirit transferred inside of you? Hold on, I gotta pee. Oh, that was right. I got the right answer. Holy shit, I got the other answer too. Wow. Together they made me. The penetration, the infiltration inside of me, out the other end. I feel good I ate. I'm feeling good I'm not hungry. When you're hungry, you start to lose your mind. You start to go insane. Earth is here. Mars is here. Mars is on track. Earth, it ain't on track. That's the Earth. That's the saliva, part of the spirit. Mars to Neptune. Where is all that blue coming from? We could be living, you see, Earth is just a blue planet, just above Saturn, and her skies are blue. Unless we're talking about Neptune, that's a little blue in the face. Singing the blues, different kinds of blues, right? Rock and jazz, jazz. July, August, September. Don't talk about the Jetsons or even Jason, because that's July. I know Jew and a lie, here he is. August, September, October, November, December, the diamond month of spirit. Angel of man space in February the 14th. 6 and 14, the 6 green ball and the 14 green ball, difference of 8, 20. Man space is 20. 2, 6, 16, and 16 and 6 is 22. 2, 6, 14, 20. 20, man space, 20. 4 green and 14. 4 green, 14, 1 and 4 is 5. Green and green, 5 and 4, 9. The other part, don't forget 10 and this in French, 39 and 37 is 76, the spirit of. You know why? One's in French, one's in English. One's a North American roulette, 75, 57, which entitles you to have 38 numbers to bet on. In the French roulette, there's only 37. Where do you get a better deal? In the French roulette, of course. Tries, 8 and 11, both starting with E, both in the center of your gematria scale. K, how it becomes R. King, Roi, king. You can also say Royal, which means purple. These are your cards. If you have a Jack, and it's the V letter for valet, it's the 22nd in value. If you have a B for valet, but it's the 11th card in value. Or if you have a J for valet, which is Jack, which is valued at 11, and blackjack and 10, because we've already used these letters, the total over here is 43. Jack is played. That's why the jokers are played. They're played from Mars and Earth, the jokers, and it says it right here. And that's why those 2 planets don't have views on it. And 3 of the planets, when it's Venus, when it's Uranus, and it's Saturn broken up, S-U-N, Sun, total of 54, divisible by 9, because one of it's your birth. Don't forget, 1 and 9 and 1 and 6. There is no 1 and 13. The only way to get 1 and 12 in another situation is saying from the 1 to 6, and 1 to 6 is a total of 12, and you take back the 1 to circle back to where you started, because you have to start somewhere. That's 13. Then you have the queens. The L for the queen is because it's the 12th letter in the alphabet. This is the 12th card. And L, you know what it says, L, eh? It says her. It also says it's the wing. We got 2, we can fly. And all the queens got flowers. Communication with the club. And look at that little cat. And the spade. And the heart. I'm sorry. Oh, there's so much. Oh, I know what I didn't do yet. Okay, I didn't do the 1771 one. Okay, I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that one. How come I can't find the page I was on? Oh, yeah. See the grinder? The organ grinder? It's got to make sure your heart is pumping. It's right out your rear end. Your mouth and your rear end. Look at that, number 5. The only way to live is to have this grinder that continuously passes through you. Without this grinder, you are nothing. Even if you don't eat, you get weak. Your mind gets weak, it can't receive the grinder no more. And what happens to this? What colors it turn? What does the blood do in your system? And then there's this. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. How many 8s will I actually use and what will I calculate? Sigma M. Sigma M. WV, Volkswagen. Vivril. 1 dice cube, 2 dice cubes. 1 dice cubes, 2 dice cubes. These hold it. So she moves this way. She moves right through the pointers. She moves over these pointers. And they touch here, they spin here, and they touch here. This comes away. If you turn it, this is actually gone. Okay, it's part of the system. I don't know how the whole system works, but it's coming in. It's coming in every single week lately. Now this is what I want to say. I showed you 4114. Did I show you how 4114 works? I'm building a building. I want to see if I can get Rubik's Cube to go down a few floors if I make a hole in the page. Yeah, I have to show you this because you don't want to win. Did you know that Jesus was already known as the Big Mac? And he's known as the Big Mac because number 13. I'll try and show you it before I show you 1771. 411. Okay. Yeah, so why Jesus is the Big Mac is because 7 times 3, which is Nibiru, equals 21. 21 with 7 and 3 is 10, is 31, which is 13. A is 1. C is 3. The 13th letter is M. That's Mac. 1 and 3 equals 4. It's MacD. But it's Big Mac D because this is the 2nd letter, this is the 9th letter, this is the 7th letter. 7 and 9 is 16, 17, 18. Angel resident. It can actually say the letter R if it wants, except it comes in through 2 and 7. Just number 27. Well, 27 comes out in red. Okay, just say win. Win big. Win a big Mickey D's. Right here. Also comes out to say and talk about Einstein. So we did the last thing we're going to do, the 1771s. There's more than one way to do it. But you got to look up Sesame Street 4114. Sesame Street. DNA, DK, DKD. Have you ever heard of that before? DKD. DLD, disabled, I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of things I can probably do, but the biggest thing in here is 1 times 4 and 1 plus 4 equals 9. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. Look what's in the center. 9, 11. When the 11 is up, it takes from the left and it takes from the right. I'll show you what 11 does. This is your center. Regardless of what you decide to do, you would decide to do something. You're going to be 1, only 1, and always 1. You're going to be 1 to the left, there's 1 to the right, with the decimal in between. It's going to tell you which side you're going to take note. So if you start from here, you're 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you start from here, you're 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you are actually not first of any of these, but you are the 5th in the center. Or you'd be one part of the corner. Meaning in 911 is because there's 2 sections. Don't forget, you never go further. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to go 10. You get to go 10. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's your 10. Now when we get to the train tracks, which are over here, when you get to the train tracks, over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, you're on the train tracks. Then you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're never more than 5 of any of them. And you are 6. That's why there's a 6th day in the week. And the 6 and 1 makes 7, and there is no 7 days a week. Time is all wrong. And we're coming in for a redirection. This is going to probably be, I mean, I can't see it. Don't forget, if Jesus is born 3 BC, because he's born actually on time, he had to be born before time, because you can't start time when, anyways, whatever it is, that's what I've had since I started. This is what I'm using, okay? So whatever is going to be at the end, it's not at the end and then add 3 years, because the end is over. It's going to be when the end was over, go back to the end and minus 3 years for the end to start happening. So that means we already went through, the question was, now we've got the new Jewish New Year in, and we went into the fall solstice, if you want to mention it, and all these things are coming. Wouldn't it be the right time to start things speeding up right about now? Speeding up to where, hey, you should have seen what happened. And then there's the believers and the disbelievers. They're all going to talk to each other because they're disbelievers, and the other ones are believers, and everybody's going to be a little bit confused whether they should believe or shouldn't believe. So, and everybody's going to like say, you know what, I don't believe it. And the more they see people not believing it, they're going to get onto the bandwagon and say, you know what, there's something completely wrong. Now it's going to be time for the big rush and switch. Okay. Anyways, I just feel things are going to be going faster and faster. Now I'm not sure we showed Big Mac and. The other thing about pool, Okay, I don't know if I told you, I may have told you, but the 6, who man is 6, is communication. A 5, which is the 14 ball, which is 8, they're both green. 6 and 5, 56, it's the white wolf, it's the green life. I showed you this into Monopoly. That's why whenever you do something from Monopoly, it's really, I mean, one of the reasons for prison is because if it's 5 in all, and you represent 6, but because you're playing the game, you put the 6 on the dice. Okay, you can't play the other way. You'll be playing with, anyways. So you put you on the dice. So you're playing with 6, you're on the dice, right? Is that what I said? Wow. If I'd be a television station, I'd be making a whole lot of minutes. So you end up being the 5. The 5, the 1 spirit, the 1 and 4 is on the green ball. The 1 and 4 is on the green ball, making your green light that we just spoke about. 14 and 6 is 20. We play with which ball? We play with the 15 ball, but that's the end, because 1 and 5 is 6. It's talking about man's space. We can't be at the end, because like on 6 and 9, both of them, the 1 make up the 7 world, and it makes up the 9 world. So we're not the 1, we're not the 2, and we're not the 3. So that's why the 14 ball, nothing starts until the 14. ABC belongs to God. It's gone. It's God's creation. Center C on piano, let's begin. End on G. Why would we end on G? Because if God gets ABC, he creates 1 for himself out of all of this, and man becomes E, F, G. Total of 4. 2 and 2 in between A, B, and C. The 14 and the 6 equals to the 20. Now, if we have Big Mac, Jesus, he's number 13. Man is on the cross, a number 14, inside the green ball. The same green ball adds up to 2014 inside itself. The red ball and the 1 ball and the 14 also adds up to 214. So red of 3 and 11, man's blood, creation, and 2, number 23, and 6 and 14 equals 20. 20 and 14, 26, 14, but they count the 0 in 2014 as the 6. Here's the 6 and 14 for 20. Here's 3 and 11 for 14. Now what we do, 3 and 11 is 14 red. We also had 1 and 9. We also had the 1 and 9 yellow. 2001. You know what happened in 2001? 2009, I can tell you what happened to me. But 9 and 1 is 10. In 2010, it was the renewable of 10, 10, 10. So this ball comes in. By 2011, they have a Lenin that goes by. It says 2014, which is the red blood of man inside his birth of the 1 spirit of his life. He is the 6th face of the 1 angel of God. 14. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 9. 9 and 6 equal 15. 1 and 5 would equal 6. But don't count what I said. Just look. 6 and 14 is 20. 20 and 14. It's 2014. Because this is the stripe, this is solid stripe, and this is the solid. You're not, the only place you can count the solid is right here, not here. So you have 2014 twice that came up. Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam. Have you seen that? Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam. Now let's look at this. 1771, Boston bombing, Boston Tea Party. Okay? Now we're going to go 4114. See same street. Half of 4114, okay, is 2552. Half of 2552 is 1771. Let me show you. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 2 times 7 is 14. The 14 ball, do you remember what I just told you? Equals 5. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 and 0. Remember I just told you 2010? 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. 2 and 2 is 4. 4, 1, 1, 4, 1771. You want me to bring you into 1776? If it has been written or marked, if you can repeat it to me and I can see it, I can tell you about it, and the more there is, the more I can tell you, because everything in this world is coded. And it's also a basic coding. Sometimes it can take minutes, hours, it can take years to uncode anything. And it has no value, only unto the believer. Is there any value at all? The value is unto the believer. It is within your own mind, your own thought, your own thinking, for your own needs, for your own goods, to decide on whether or not you even have to waste your time in decoding anything at all. By the way, whatever I do is on the spot, on the moment. I don't practice. I pre-write, pre-look, pre-think, but I do nothing before. This is the totality of who I am. So we've seen this and we saw that, and I'd like to say thank you for watching Raphael 7286. Every time I get to a 2552 or something, I was just at 2552. What else do you want to see? What else should I say? What would you like me to say? Number 6 and 7, where do they go? 4, 5, 3, 6. What are you doing? What are we calculating? This is the possibilities. There's so many more possibilities when you enter in games people play. Raphael 7286. I hope this video uploads because the last one did not. If there's something that you're missing, oh, do you want me to tell you how sick this is? The numbers in roulette. You know my numbers in roulette, all the designs I make, right? Like, that's something I do, I guess. 5776, 5775, 5776, it doesn't matter. It depends. We divide it up to see where what the rotation of the numbers is, and I think the bottom number of start is 3 and 3, which equals 6 and 9, 3 by 3, which equals 15, which equals A and E, right? Start off with the command and the creation of the community chest of life, where God comes in as A1 and B2 exteriors, with 1 becoming the 3. He turns his angles onto 45 and 135 degree angles of the dots on the cubes of the dice, and he multiplies himself. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. As this is what happens. Here's God. He's 1, 2, and he makes himself 3. He turns this 3 into this 3 over here. And now he's 5. Now all we need is man to come into the game. Man comes in as this, but turned on this angle, on the 4 and 6 on your telephone. When you pass a line between the 4 and 6, okay, you're going to go offline instead of going online, meaning this. Here's the 4, here's the 6. You see it's in between the two sides. In order for me to draw a straight line in there, it's impossible. There's no direction. So I'm obligated to do this. Make this jagged line from corner to corner. That's your W. That's one of the reasons it's made. And it's an undulate, which makes everything rigid and tough. Because everything goes for more than one form, for more than one creation, is more than one number, because the number is inside the design itself. Half of the 46, because there's 1 on each side, is 23. And the 23rd letter is the W. 22nd letter is the V. So you end up with that. The other thing I wanted to do is that 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. It creates the egg, because the 15th letter is the O. But it's created, in all actuality, okay, by A and E, because A owned B, the 1 and the 5 dice, A and E. So this is how you have your A and E, your 15, because the corners are all cut in half and shared. So when the corners are all cut in half and shared, God is now 1 himself and half of you. So he's now 1 and a half. He's 1 and a half to your half. He's 3 over 1, more or less like pi. 3 over 1, 4, because that's the 9th birth of the 1, 5, of the 11 Venus inside this world, of the 9, 2, 6, 5, 11, 11, 11. That's the way it goes. So we end up with this dice over here. So now We have 9 times 6, which is 54. And 54 is it. It's Rubik's Cube. It's all the faces of Rubik's Cube. 5 by 4 is 20. 5 plus 4 is 9. The word it. Rubik's is 74 for Jesus. He runs on the cross. Jesus and Rubik's has number 74. So we talked about between 1 and 5 just now, A and E. What's in between A and E? B, C, D. 4, 3, 2. And that's the jail. That's what they have on Facebook, that group. 4, 3, 2. It's the jailhouse. It's the vibration between the walls of each fixed area, basically fixed area. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 8 of them in Monopoly. There's 8 times. But one of the things you have to know is that when you hit 4, 6 covers you to come to the other corner. The vibration corner would be 6 as you hit 4, 3, 2. Whichever one, it will always vibrate between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the opposition, okay, of the weight, if you put it on 4, it becomes 6. If we're in the 11 world, it becomes 7. That's why we have 7 and 4. 7 is the furthest. I'm going to forget this. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. 501. Thank you for watching.